Hi everyone! Hello Facebook family. I'm so excited to finally be here with you guys. I feel like it's been forever, but today I want to talk to you about cooking in the classroom because it's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I absolutely love doing, and I just finished September recipes, so I wanted to show you the September visual recipes and kind of explain to you how cooking in the classroom looks in my classroom, what I do. For me, Fridays are the days that we cook, and those are my most favorite day of the week. Like Friday is my day for my kids because it's fun for them because we're doing Fine Motor Friday and Coffee Cart Friday and Fun Food Friday, and it's very fun. It's very interactive for them, but it's also very functional. In a self-contained classroom, so we're making coffee for people and passing it out, and we're cooking in the classroom, you know, our no-bake recipes, and then we're doing fine motor, working on our fine motor skills. So Friday is my absolute, hands down, favorite day of the week, and I want to share with you how I do cooking in the classroom. So in the classroom, I have a microwave and a fridge. I don't have anything else. I just have cabinets where I store food and things like that. So I have a sink, a microwave, and a full-size fridge in the classroom. So I don't have a stove there. We do have access to a stove if we wanted to cook something, but it's in like the staff lounge or whatever, and you have to ask for permission. So it's just easier to cook with a microwave, and it's so easy. It's in the classroom. The kids get to learn how to use it. So for any of the recipes that you purchase from my store, all you need is a microwave. And for some of them, you don't even need the microwave. There are things you can make without using a microwave. So for September, the things that I had in the visual recipes, so I have two different packs. I have the Fun Food Friday pack, which is, I used a board maker to create those. The visual recipes are completely separate, completely new recipes, but they are real pictures, guys. So these, I'm actually making these recipes and taking a picture of each step. So they're real pictures when you see them. And this is one, this is the breakfast parfait. So this, instead of, I'll explain to you how I do it, but you can see, gotta get used to this. You can see the real pictures over here of each step. My lovely husband cut these out for me this morning. He's so sweet. So when I first started doing cooking in the classroom, I used the board maker pack, the Fun Food Friday pack, and what we did is, I'm just going to show you this page, and it looks very similar to this. I just laminated it, and these are actually my visual recipes for February. So pretty much all we did was the kids would get a blank mat that were numbered, and at the top it would say whatever the recipe was. And then they would have a sheet that would have all of this, so it would look something like this. The recipe's in order. I don't tell the kids that. Some of your higher level kids may notice that, and that's fine. But I have my students cut it out. So on Thursdays are the days where we go over our sequencing for the recipe that we're going to do on Friday. So I have them look for all the different things we need. So we need a bowl for this one, and we need a spoon and a cupcake pan and different kitchen utensils that we need. So that's on Thursday. On Thursday, we're cutting this out and we're gluing it onto our sequencing pad here, which is why these are numbered. Now with the visual recipes, the real pictures, you get the 4-inch cards that come with it too. So you have the larger visuals and the smaller visuals. What I do is I print an extra copy for me to have in front of me. So I would have this sheet in front of me ready to go. And as we're going along, I'm gonna pick up a piece and say, this is the piece you need to find. So if this were next, I would have my own copy here and then a cutout copy, maybe a student sitting next to me, and I would be like, okay, this is the piece that you need to find. We are going to mix with the spoon. Now this is for my lower level students. So they're looking at this and then finding it on the table. So depending on your kids, some of our kids, they need 2 or 3 choices. Some of them can look through all of the choices and find the one they're looking for, but it gives them this visual, this is what we're looking for. So as we do that, we're filling in our recipe here, and then we save this, let it dry, and then on Friday morning, we come back and we cook in the classroom. So they come in, they know. The great thing about this is you can ask parents for donations to send in recipes for the classroom, or you can certainly buy them yourself, or you can try to get the district to help you, or do like a GoFundMe or a Donors Choose or a Pledge Sense or any of those things to kind of help you with the costs for food. That's something that I usually always paid for. So that's just how I did it in my classroom. So I tried to keep the recipes kind of around the same, within a month, like they have the same kind of ingredient. So I know for September, there were 2 recipes for this coming September that have yogurt. So I tried to keep them the same so I didn't have to buy, so much of everything. Anyway, so Thursday we're sequencing the page. So this is one of the newer sheets. So depending on your student, depending on the levels of your student, you can either have them cut out this and glue it onto here, or if you have a child who is even lower than that and not quite working on independence of cutting on their own, or it's something you want them to work on in group, is just matching, and then maybe independently or one-on-one, they're gonna work on cutting it out and making their sheet. You can laminate it and have this ready to go. And I would actually take all of these off of here because they can't really see all the pictures, and then match them up that way as you're doing it. So the other great thing about the visual recipes over the Fun Food Friday pack is that the visual recipes come with everything you need to make file folders. So these are great because one thing I've noticed when we're cooking is we can get pretty messy, and I like to send home the recipes with the students. So if they're using this sheet, or it's a paper sheet, and we're working on something that maybe is kind of liquidy, it might get crumpled and crinkled or stained if we're doing something with food coloring, or you never know. Like, these pages are gonna see the best of cooking when they use them. So what's great is you can send home the recipe card that looks just like this, and you can send it home with the parents, and it has the name of the recipe and all the ingredients they need, so they can cook at home with their parents if you want them to use this. Now this is great because it's laminated. You can wipe it off if it gets anything on it. It's okay if it gets food on it. I mean, you can wipe it and sanitize it, and it's good to go, and then you have it for the next year. You do what works for you. With the visual recipes for each month, it's great because I give you that differentiation for what you need. So this is one for this month, and I really like the file folders. I have a couple of months prepped here. So I bought these, they're cardboard from Really Good Stuff. They're just file folder things. They look like, they come in a pack of 4. They look like this. And I just folded it up and I stick my file folders in there. That way I can just go and grab them. I keep the months the same color, so September is all red, so that way when I know and I look, September is going to be red, so I know that they're all September. You can mix the recipes and do them in any order you want, but I try to keep the colors the same for the same month. So Breakfast Parfait is one that we're gonna do in September. I'm really excited. I do try to make healthier recipes for the students, but then I also throw in one that's really fun because we know they love that sugary stuff, right? And it's Friday, so I do throw those in too for the kids, but I do try to give you guys healthier choices as well. So Breakfast Parfait, chocolate oranges. These were delicious. They were so good. I made them yesterday and they were really, really good. Probably one of my favorites. Cheesecake salad. So this one is using yogurt and Jell-O and fresh fruits. So this one is a really healthy option as well. You can see another thing with the visual recipes, there's a full size I can comprehend, and they're gonna go through and they can either circle them. So what are we cooking? Let's see if I can get it closer here for you. What am I cooking? So then there's a picture of the end result of 3 different recipes, and they have to determine which one is what they just cooked. What ingredients did they use? Oh, I'm backwards. What kitchen utensils did I use? And how long did it take for us to cook this recipe? And then it goes down into talking about reflecting. So what did you make today? Again, we're asking the child, what did you make today? Did you like the recipe? What did you think of the taste? And also, would you make this recipe again? So not only are they cooking and they're doing math and reading to, you know, all of these different functional skills that are great for them, but they're also reflecting on it, and you're gonna get them talking about it. You can print them, and I'll show you this one, in the full size, and then attach it to the recipe and send it home. I always send the recipes home with the kids, and then this is great because if they didn't like it and the parent doesn't know that they don't like it, you can be like, well, they didn't really like it, so maybe not make this one with them. Or if a child is really picky with foods they eat, kind of like me, like I'm really picky with what I eat, but this recipe maybe was something that they loved and they just wanted so much of, and it's something different to add to their diet, you can send this home and be like, your child absolutely loved this recipe. You need to make this at home with your kid. So it gives the parent something to do with their children at home. So I really, really like that aspect, and I love that it gives the parent something to do. They can talk about it with their kids. Oh, so what did you make today? Can you show me? What did you use? And then they can go grocery shopping, maybe find the ingredients, right? Because I'm sending home the recipe page that has all the ingredients they need. So it's really good for home too. So this was the cheesecake salad. We did the chocolate oranges. Look, I have pieces falling out. My dear husband. Oh, funfetti dip, guys. This was so good. So it's a healthier one, but it's kind of on the border. It's not super like sugary or anything, but if you dip animal crackers or shortbread cookies in it, oh my goodness. So delicious. So this is the funfetti dip, and then we also did fruit roll-up sushi. So the fruit roll-up sushi is the one that's the really sugary one for the month. My pieces are falling off, guys. Oh, and they're not in order. That's okay. But so the fruit roll-up sushi is a fruit roll-up and some marshmallow cream and some Fruity Pebbles. So that one's really sugary. Maybe that could be an end of the month activity that you guys do. So what do we do? I have questions too about like how much does each recipe cover for a class? So some of the recipes will tell you what you need per child, and then some of them will just give you the amount that'll make a full-size serving. If it's making a full-size serving, it's gonna cover a self-contained class. So our self-contained classes usually are between 12 and 18. They're typically, from what I've heard from you guys and from my experiences, they are not anywhere close to having over 20. And if they are, oh my goodness, bless your heart, because you are just a dream teacher. So if you make a full-size recipe, you are going to make more than enough for your classroom. So what we did when we made so much of one recipe, or we made a full recipe and we have this entire bowl left over of like mix or something, I would have parents donate the little Dixie cups and little baggies. And after we did our recipe, we would always save eating the recipe. If it was something that was healthy, we would eat it before lunch because I wanted them to eat it before they went to lunch. If it was something that was sugary, I would have them eat it after lunch during snack time. So they could eat that in their snack or one or the other, whatever they wanted to do. But what we would do after we divvied up like servings for everyone in the classroom, every student, and if the parent wanted some, and if I wanted some, and the teachers next door wanted some, we would always share with them. But then we still have all of this stuff that's left over. So if we made like a Chex Mix kind of thing, we would put some in a baggie and I would send it home with the kids so they could take it home with their recipe and show mom and dad and talk about what they made in the classroom. But sometimes you still have a lot of stuff left. And it's really hard. So like if you're making the funfetti dip, it's really hard to send something that's like a dip home with the kid, right? You don't want to get to smush in a backpack because that's really gross, especially if the parent doesn't forget to check the backpack or they have a really busy weekend and it comes home and it's smushed and it stinks and it's smelly. So what we do with that is we use those Dixie cups. And we ask for Dixie cups and like silverware, like plastic silverware and baggies. We'll divvy it up into cups, into different servings, and I'll take a tray, or if you have like a Sterilite bin that's pretty big, and my paras will take kids, and then I'll take kids, and we'll each take up different ends of the building, and we'll go ask. First, we'll ask like our inclusion teachers, the front office, the nurse, and like if PT and OT are there that day, the speech pathologist. We'll go ask all of our inclusion teachers first, and then if we have left over, we'll go ask. So if we're in second grade, we'll go ask the second grade team first if they want some, and we'll stop in each one. If we have a communication device, we're taking our communication device with us, asking, would you like some or do you want? And we're really getting those social skills out. It's great. Because I would have teachers coming up to me and like, what are we making for Friday? You know, what's Fun Food Friday this week? Or don't forget to stop by my room for Fun Food Friday. So I would make a calendar. I would hang it in the office and I would give it to some of the teachers who really looked forward to Fun Food Friday. And I would let them know what's coming. That way they would know. And like Thursday, if they're in inclusion or, you know, because they know on Thursdays we're doing the sequencing, they can ask the kids, so are you excited to cook? What are you going to cook tomorrow? So it gets the inclusion teacher really in on all of that too. So if you're wanting to try this out, or if you have any questions about anything that I do with Fun Food Friday, I'm going to post the link to September below. There's also a full year bundle that's available, which is actually, you'll save a lot more money because I haven't quite finished it yet, so you would kind of get like 4 months for free. But I will post September in the comments below, and I'll add it to the links above this. And I will also add I have 2 different blog posts, one about Fun Food Friday that kind of explains everything I just said to you in this video. And then I also have a video on, I think it was 11 things, the only 11 essentials that you need in a classroom kitchen to cook in the classroom. And it doesn't include like a microwave or anything like that. It's simple things like a bowl, different types of utensils. So I will post that link as well for those of you wanting to get started. And if you want to get started or you need help like convincing admin, let me know because I would love to help you cook in the classroom. Again, these are my visual recipes for September. I do have them February on to September, and I will be working on October, November, December, and January, and then the bundle will be full, and then I have some tricks up my sleeve for some other stuff for cooking in the classroom. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Leave a message in the comments or shoot me a message or an email, and I'd be happy to talk to you about cooking in the classroom. I could talk about it all day. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye!